in the text, it talks about like in the end, I think it said that.
What I was wondering is, what happens if the school doesn't have enough money to buy iPads for every kid?
They can probably.
School, we didn't have iPads, and I would always ask my teacher if I could use the computer.
So in our school now, I see that like the third graders and stuff are getting iPads, and I think that's good just because like we didn't get them, but now they're trying to help the younger students.
I agree with Sean, and also I like to add that they might get too tempted to use games, and then they would play games instead of doing homework.
I disagree with Sean and Alex because the third graders, they know that the iPads are a privilege, and
Like in the text, it said that they were teaching the interns, and I wondered how they do it and how it affects how they teach.
It says something about training the teachers. I didn't know what they meant by training. Are they like, do they have like a lesson or some to just help all of the iPads?
I think that one of my questions was your homework easier on paper and pencil or on your iPads?
I think it kind of depends on what you're doing. Like if you're doing a lot of writing or like math, I feel like it would be kind of hard to do it on an iPad because it's like, so like that's kind of just my like what I prefer. But like,
I also think that iPads would lead to distraction, and they would be tempted to like play games or do stuff they aren't supposed to on iPads.
I disagree with you because if the teacher tells them that they can't do that, I'm pretty sure that they would follow the rules, and it would. And I still feel that if you just.
I agree with Tommy because
I agree with Charlie because once upon a time I was being bad and then I got restrictions set on my iPad. They can take off the App Store, preventing them from downloading games unless they use some odd malicious thing or something.
I disagree because you can only restrict so much, so you can't really.
Third grade or fourth grade and above should take their iPads home, and
If you're gonna do something for like Spanish where you have to draw a picture or something, it's really difficult to write on it without typing, and then there's also a lot of mistakes on the iPads and glitches, but paper doesn't really glitch. So join her, because after the first couple it gets easier for more people to join and they don't feel like so nervous.
I've been on my mind.
okay. I didn't know that there was iPad time restrictions, so thanks for bringing that up.
don't tell your parents. Don't tell your parents.
How does learning affect use on iPads?
I believe it would affect the use of iPads because then you could research stuff more easily.
That's an excellent point. I would like to add that it is much easier to look up stuff and it's easier to make presentations.
I partially agree with you, and I partially don't because
Nathan and Sam, and when he asked that with the iPads and it said that some teachers have it, yeah, I was thinking
I'd rather take a test on paper.
back to what Charlie said. I don't really think that the third graders would go on to bad things because they've been waiting to get their iPads, and if they get it taken away, they probably won't do it again.
Yeah, the teachers probably like before they even got their iPads, the teachers probably like told them what to do and what not to do.
In the text, it says that Jean was flying solo. When did she realize when she was flying solo, and did she want to fly solo?
I think she did want to fly solo.
They would get better grades with iPads because they could like.
Okay, so Amy, you bring up an interesting point, and that makes me wonder if everyone is
all on the same playing field, or if some people excel using iPads or some people are going below average. So that's
So I think sometimes like the teacher needs to bring up an activity where you know which is better for your learning and which is better for just like trying things out.
I want to conversation part that they wouldn't do it again, but I also disagree because punishing them, sometimes they'll just forget about that punishment, and so they'll just go and do it again.
Going back to Sam's punishment.
Personally, I'm kind of in the middle. I use both, and everybody has their own choice and everybody has their own opinion, so that's what I believe.